I also found an interview where you talk about, despite the expectations around Web3, actually practices from the Web2 being somehow continued, and there also being obstacles. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I think we talk about Web3 in this like, you know, kind of, I want to say like altruistic way where it's like, oh, it's going to level the playing field. It's this great new inventive space, but all the practices, all of the, you know, like I want to say the behaviors are the same, right? And so we get into this conversation of like, this is a new thing, yet and still, in order to get on the allow list, you have to be within the network, right? In order to be able to mint, you have to have the disposable income. And so if you're creating the same barrier of entry, how is it different? Why do we treat it the same and say it's different, right? And for me, it's like, what are the opportunities to actually leverage, you know, these social tokens, these, you know, gated communities, and say it's going to be gated around the people who are building, who are showing up, who are providing value, and not those who already came to the table with money to spend and just buy their way in, right? It's sort of like a meritocracy, if you will, right? The idea that like people who are doing the most work to pull themselves up from their bootstraps are actually being rewarded for that work. Because what I don't see is those who have the capacity to help being in any proximity of the problem to even acknowledge that it's a problem